Hey guys, in this video, I will show you how to use Qwen Image 2512 Fun ControlNet Union for copying composition from any image to Qwen Image 2512 image generation. Before we begin, make sure your Comfyui is updated. I will be using the portable version because it always gets the newest updates. So let's get started. The download link for the ControlNet is available in the description. Once you open the link, you will see a page like this. So, the ControlNet, I will be using the newest version, which is 2602. Regarding the ControlNet conditions it supports, they include Canny, Hade, Depth, Pose, MLSD, Scribble, and Gray. Also, the ControlNet supports in-painting, but current Comfyui native implementations do not show any in-painting feature. Anyway, in this video, I will only be focusing on ControlNet conditions. Let's move on to downloading the ControlNet. Click on Files and Versions. Here is the 2602 version I mentioned before. Use the download button to get the ControlNet. Once the download is finished, let's see where to put the ControlNet inside Comfyui. Let's open the Downloads folder, then open the Comfyui folder. As I mentioned before, I am using the portable version. Next, find and open the Models folder, then the ControlNet folder. This is where we put the Fun ControlNet Union 2602. It's as simple as that. Now let's switch over to Comfyui. I have already created a workflow. You can find the download link for this workflow in the description. This workflow uses custom nodes from specific node packs, namely Comfyui Controlnet Aux and rgthree Comfy. If you don't have those custom node packs, make sure to install them. I'll assume you're already familiar with using Qwen Image 2512, as I've already made a video about that model. Let's focus on the major differences in this workflow. First of all, I am using the new 8-step Lightning LoRa in the Load LoRa node. If you prefer the Turbo LoRa from Woolly Art, you can use that as well. Personally, I like the Lightning, so I will be using the Lightning LoRa for this tutorial. Now, let's focus on the ControlNet part of this workflow. To use the new Fun ControlNet, we will be using the Apply ControlNet node. This node is placed between the prompts and the K-sampler. As you can see here, the positive input of the Apply ControlNet node is connected to the conditioning output of the positive prompt. Likewise, the negative input is connected to the conditioning output of the negative prompt. You may already know that when using the Lightning LoRa, a negative prompt is not needed. Next, the positive output of Apply ControlNet is connected to the positive input of the K-sampler, and the negative output is connected to the negative input. Finally, the ControlNet input of the Apply ControlNet node is connected to the Load ControlNet Model node, where you can see I have selected the Fun ControlNet Union 2602. Then we have the image input of Apply ControlNet connected to an image output of a subgraph called preprocessor, which can generate various ControlNet maps from images. Well, I have added the 3 options in the main UI of this node, but if you want to add more modifications to this node, enter the subgraph and add the changes. Anyway, let's go back. So here we have 3 options. One is image megapixels, which will set the rescale size of the input image. Currently, it is 1 megapixel. Then we have the preprocessor for choosing various preprocessors for creating various ControlNet maps. Then we have the ControlNet Map Resolution option for setting the ControlNet Map Resolution. Currently, it is 512. I tried using 10,024, and the generation was slow, so I will be using 512, then back to the Apply ControlNet. So, the VAE input of the node is connected to the VA output of the Load VAE node. Then, about the options in the Apply ControlNet node, we have the ControlNet Strength option. So, if you want to lower the influence of the ControlNet on the image generation, you can lower the value. And the recommended strength by developers is between 0.7 and 0.95. Then we have the ControlNet Start %, which will set the starting point of the ControlNet influence in image generation. Right now, it is 0, which means the ControlNet will start influencing the generation at the start of the image generation. Then, the ControlNet End %, which will set the ending point of the ControlNet influence. Right now, it is 1, which means the ControlNet will influence the generation until it ends. So, if you want the ControlNet to stop influencing the generation at some point in time, then lower the End % value. This allows the model more freedom toward the end of the process. Now, let's focus on the Load Image node, which we will use for loading images that we are going to generate ControlNet maps from. So right now, I have loaded an image of a lady, so I am going to use her pose for my image generation. To copy her pose, I will be using OpenPose Preprocessor. I also tried DWPose Estimator, but for some reason, the result was not good. Also, you can set a custom resolution. Just remove the width and height inputs, then set your own resolution. Also, there are some recommended resolutions that you can try, which I also found to be good when using certain ControlNet maps. So, I already wrote a prompt. Now, let's run the workflow and see the result. So, it's completed. Let's take a look at it. Well, I love the quality of this generation. Yes, the ControlNet tried to copy the original pose. Well, it is not perfect, but not bad. Well, I love the result. What do you think? So, let's try copying a pose from another image. Let's go to the Load Image node and click on Choose File to upload. Let's choose this one. For this pose, let's try another prompt. Let's open the notepad. Okay, I have a prompt for a superhero, so let's select that and copy it. Then come back to Comfyui. In the positive prompt, let's paste the text I copied. Now, before we run the workflow, we can get a preview of the ControlNet maps. So, in the bottom part, let's select the Preview Image node and click on the Play button. So, here is the ControlNet map we got. The Play button is really useful. It helps us get an idea of the ControlNet maps. Now, let's run the workflow and see the result. It's completed. Let's take a look. As you can see here, the result is quite good. The ControlNet and model have done a good job. So now let's try a different ControlNet map with a different prompt. So let's go to the Load Image node and click on Choose File to upload. Let's see what photo I should use. Okay, let's choose this photo. Click Open. So this time I am going to use a Canny map. So let's select the Canny preprocessor. Search for Canny. Here is the Canny Edge preprocessor. Now, to see what the Canny map looks like, let's select the Preview Image node and click on the Play button. So this is how the Canny map looks like. Now, for this generation, let's lower the ControlNet strength. I am going to use 0.7. Now, let's change the prompt. Let's open the notepad. I have a prompt for a fantasy house. Let's select that and copy it. Paste it inside the positive prompt. Now let's run the workflow and see the result. It's completed. Now let's take a look at it. As you can see here, like before, the quality is nice. To add more creativity, we can decrease the ControlNet strength. Now, let's try a depth map with a different prompt. So let's go to the Load Image node. Click on Choose File to upload. I am going to choose this photo of a woman. For creating a depth map, let's choose Depth Anything V2 in the Preprocessor subgraph node. Let's click on it. Now, let's change the prompt. Let's open the notepad. I have a prompt for a woman in a farm field. Let's select that and copy it, and paste it inside the positive prompt. Now, let's run the workflow and see the result. So, the generation is completed. Now let's take a look at it. Well, the image looks good, but with one problem at the bottom, there is a white border at the edge. So, how do we solve this? Well, use one of the Qwen Image 2512 recommended resolutions. So, remove the inputs of the empty rgthree latent image node. Then for width, let's type 1104, and for height, let's type 1472. Now we are ready. Let's run the workflow and see the result. It's completed, so take a look at it. The result is quite good and there is no problem at the bottom of the image. So guys like this, you can try other ControlNet maps, for example, HeyGD, MLSD, Scribble, and also Gray if you want to colorize grayscale photos. So guys, I suggest trying the ControlNet and the workflow and letting me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you soon with another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.